and then moving. And moving for the movement. So the he will win. I will get you like here and then control him. And then hand. I don't care. By learning control. And then come right. Yeah. He can be quick. Doesn't matter. Welcome you to the Master Wong Wing Chun training. Now on this training here, I will talk to you a little bit about Wing Chun in our system. A lot of you watching a lot of Wing Chun and see the movement is not very effective the way you look at things because the way different people train. That's why in this particular training program on this, I already told you about not all Wing Chun is created equal. You need to understand that because the Wing Chun training is designed to helping you to understanding a traditional Wing Chun will train and fight and using the Wing Chun principle of movement. But 21st century, everything is changing. So the Wing Chun you're learning have to be able to adaptable to this 21st century. Because many people using different way to attack you. They're not stand still, their hand not up like this, and they wait for you to come attack. Okay, so in our training, everything have to be adaptable in this 21st century to deploy on anywhere you want and use it. Because all based on to this training that you do to getting all the basic tool you've been learning. Equip you with the hand, the movement, the positioning each of the hand that you train onto the movement to make sure the power, the coordination. When you're understanding this, all this basic, then you need to forget about it. Okay? And then when you forget about it, when something comes, you adapt to it and use whatever been trained already, whatever you've been trained already. It's automatically respond to it. This is why the basic training have to be done good enough, long enough to be able to for your body to understand it, to be respond automatically without thinking. In our training, you will see the movement when we're doing the 3-4 things that we have to do it, 5 things we have to do on our training to get you to understand, know yourself. Know yourself is basically the basic training to helping you. When you understand that, you see some of the movement I go through, you need to understanding the next most important thing is know your enemy. Know your enemy is need to understanding the basic thing on the self-defense. Now self-defense, 95% of the self-defense training is need to be awareness. Okay, we have the whole book of it to explain to you about awareness, situation awareness. Each of this awareness, you need to understand and preparation for you to know how to do things when you get there. Because when you get there already and then something happen, they take you by surprise. Okay, if you go through the training, you will see everything I nail them out easy for you to understand. Know yourself, know your enemy, know your ability, and know your surrounding. This is the 4 basic pillar, okay, the fundamental you need to understand, and each one of them have to be plugged in properly and use them into day-to-day life. Otherwise, when you start to use it on your movement and they say, oh, the Wing Chun don't work. The Wing Chun is never work if you don't apply this understanding. Okay, so this is why the self-defense is very important to understand about awareness, understand about the situation, understand about your enemy, understand about all this basic principle as people attack you. The people attack you, they fall into 3 basic things: time, place, and the method of attack. The time they are gonna put on the right time for them in the places, in the certain places that you don't even know you are there. Okay, that take you by surprise. and then the method of attack. They're not going to use your Wing Chun that you see you learning. They're using so many different methods to attack you with. So how do your Wing Chun will be applied and adapt to it? So this is where all this training we equip you with understanding, so you know, and form you with all this mindset that you can able to deploy and make all this work for you on this training. Okay, so this is our Wing Chun. It's very different to other people training because they're only training on punching and then training on certain tool that we have for you already. All the tools I have is onto the basic module. It's a basic and know yourself module. The rest of know your enemy, know your ability, and know your surrounding, and know your recovery time. That have to be applied to big chunk. Okay, it's 95% out of that to be able to equip you with basic understanding. Because when you're training, somebody certainly choked you, somebody grappled you, somebody attacked you, certainly. How you prepare to understand that? Because to prepare to understand anything as that, it's all about understanding the distance, understanding the where and how your body been placed in a certain way. Okay, so you have the surprise on over your enemy. You all go back to the basic rule: surprise. Okay, speed, surprise, speed, and violence of action. So you got a surprise. That's why you see in our training, our hand, you don't see in training onto the self-defense a lot, our hand out there. No, we hand is always like this. Okay, we don't want to let your enemy know what you try to do. From there, you're already able to do the movement. You're already able to make your movement as you've been training, but in a such a way that become natural for you. And when you have your hand there, see, here, here, and then here, you bring your hand very close. That means your enemy don't see you as a very dangerous to them. Like the fist come up. That's why we don't see you and we put a fist up like this. Okay? If you do, they will see that and they already takes them by surprise because they already attacked you. Because they're scared. Okay? So that's why they attacked you already. So all of this basic training here, you need to adopt to understand where the hand. When you go to the last one is a beauty backup training. Backup training, we have a lot of hand out here, and we cover a lot by control and attack by line and movement. Without that seed, I mean, boom, you come in very quickly to using the hand to block, but instead of that, you're using elbow because the punch coming this way, or the punch come this way. Regardless which way they're coming in, okay, your hand is create the shield. The shield come up, boom, like this, okay, and then you're already using your body to able to diverse control and then put in to control your opponent before they're able to do anything. You already be there and able to attack. In this training onto street fight, we equip you with many tools in there. Okay, it's like weapon ready. Okay, shield. Learn to understand each thing. Shield, weapon ready. Okay. Primary weapon, secondary weapon, okay, and then you go in to learn to understand about how to doing violent of action, like quickly coming in and control the situation and just go in and do whatever you need to do to them, onto the basic control of the person. All this basic onto our training, onto the Wing Chun to helping you to learn. And this is why in our Wing Chun, it's very, very different to anyone out there to Wing Chun movement. Because when you're learning the basic of the Wing Chun, the principle of understanding that straight line attack, yes, and then you understand about outside and up and down. So you need to understand in the 4 area of the movement so you can able to adapt to it, because your enemy can be anyone and everyone. You don't know who it is. You're not dealing with another Wing Chun guy. Okay, so this is very important. See, you're watching through this action we done or the movement coming to attack. If we attack, have to count, okay? Have to count, have to use, have to control, have to deploy all the weapon you already been learning onto the Siu Lim Tao, Chum Kiu, beauty training, and the dummy, wooden dummy to get your hand in a position and pose a knife. Each one of this is helping you to equip with you the basic tool you got. When you have this basic tool, everything else have to forget. And then using everything you learn in a reality world, because you got take and consider into the normal training, okay? You have open space. Everything is safety. So you fall over, doesn't really matter. You're not going to hurt. But in real life, it's a hazard. It's so many things going on. You got a table there, you got a chair there. There's something very sharp object there. When you fall back, it's something there to hit you in the head and break your neck. It's so many different things like this that you have to be aware. So awareness is very important. So this part into our training here, that you go into it, it's learning to understand about the Wing Chun. So we give you the idea here, so you know where they are. Now come inside here, we give you 2-week training onto the basic, all this basic movement. And then from there, you can see how and what is it all about. And then you can decide for yourself, is it our Wing Chun is very different. So Master Wong here, and will be your tutor throughout, and make sure you progress well to become confident at what you got, and have the dream that you want to be the best, the person, the best version of yourself. Then yes, come inside and I will be here to teach you. Master Wong here, out. On this one here, the basic movement on is a Ting Chan. What a Ting Chan is mean straight elbow. Can be on his face and his one, it just can be anywhere you want to be. Let me show you how to do this. So, Tan, Da, Cha, and then from here move, from here, Ting, Ting, like that. Ting is like force it out, like that. Anything like that, Ting, boom, to the chest of that and get rid of him. Get that. Very basic and simple movement. Ting Chan. So when you practice the movement there, learn to understand about Ting. When getting close, move it in, Ting, Ting, low mo. That's all there is to it. Spend some time to practice. I will see you on the next lesson.